Hello everyone, I am Ramon. Welcome back to Ramon at Home and to another Christmas video for 2022. In this particular video, I want to share with you how to decorate a Grinch theme Christmas tree. I've been collecting for a Grinch theme for quite a few years, and today I'm super excited to share with you step by step on how you can decorate a beautiful Christmas tree on a Grinch theme. So if you are interested, be sure to stay tuned. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoy it, because that really helps the channel, and don't forget to share this with your friends so they also can create a beautiful Grinch theme Christmas tree for 2022. All right, you guys, are you ready? Let's get started. All right, everyone, so to create this beautiful Grinch theme Christmas tree, what we're going to need is some bigger items like this. Now, this guy came from Hobby Lobby and it was only about $39, but remember, you get 50% off. Go get it because there was not very many. So if you are doing the Grinch theme, you want to get some bigger ornaments like this. This guy right here came from Shinoda Design Center, and actually I'm going to talk to you about the ornaments and all the ribbons and where they came from at the end of the tree. But right now I just want to let you know, I'm going to drop this one on the floor, that this guy is going to be coming out of the tree like this, but it's kind of heavy, so he's going to be the last item that I add to the tree. Before that, I'm going to add the ornaments, the pigs, the ribbons, and I'm going to get started with some big items because we want to fill in a lot of the space on this beautiful Christmas tree with a Grinch theme. So I'm gonna get all of my items ready and I'll be right back to give you step by step on how to decorate a Grinch themed Christmas tree. Keep watching. When you are decorating a Grinch Christmas tree, what you need is some bigger ornaments like this. This is a string of light of 3 little packages, and I think this would be perfect for it. It comes with a string that we're gonna plug in at the end. But what I'm going to do is I want to add this guy, so I'm gonna drop. Actually, you know what, I'm gonna put this right here. I'm going to make sure that I add one right here into the middle of my tree, and you might want to lift up some of those branches to make it fit, but I want it to stay right there. So what I'm going to do is actually, oh, hang on one second. I'm gonna lift up this guy even further. Don't worry if you drop it, just go ahead and put it back in. So I want him to stay right there, and for that, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna have some paddle wire at the ready. Now, the first thing I always tell people when they decorate their Christmas trees is have your tools at the ready. I have my paddle wire, I have my wire cutters, my scissors, and then also my cute little cup with all of the other things that I might need, like zip ties also as well. So just make sure that you have them all at the ready. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna cut a little of this paddle wire, and this paddle wire you can find at any local craft store. So I want to have probably about 20 inches. And like I was telling you before, when you do a Grinch Christmas tree, it's almost kind of ridiculous because you have to add a lot of items that you know otherwise would use on a Christmas tree, like these big ornaments right here. And so what you want to do is you want to wire them into the Christmas tree. So I added a wire right here, and once again I'm going to use that to attach, so I want it to be right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift off all of these branches right here, and then this wire I'm going to pull all the way back into the heart of my Christmas tree. And what I'm going to do is just going to secure it to one of the bristles in the back, and he's not going to go anywhere. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this other one right here, and I'm going to move it back. So I'm gonna scatter them together. Remember, when you're working with bigger items like this, you wanna make sure that you group them together, and that way they're going to be more noticeable. Now, especially with this Grinch Christmas tree, that you guys, let me tell you, I've been collecting for this Christmas tree for a long time. So some of these ornaments, I think 3 years I've been collecting for this particular theme, and some of these items, you might be able to find, but you know what, if you don't find them, just go ahead and just get some really large items like this right here, like these package lights. I think I got this at Shinoda Design Center, so you might want to give them a call to see if they still have them if you are looking for a Grinch theme Christmas tree. So I just attached that once again to one of my bristles, and so now I'm going to put the last one over here, and I'm going to add into my bristles. As you guys can see, it's creating that step motion ladder that I always talk to you about when you are creating a beautiful Christmas tree. All right, so I'm going to attach this with some wire, and I'll be right back to give you the next step. Keep watching. Okay, as you guys can see, I finished these guys right here and I'm gonna plug it in at the end. So I'm just gonna leave the cord here. Don't let it bother you. I have to drag it to the back, but I'll do that in just a second. So the next item I'm going to add, it's some oversized candies like these candy canes. You guys, how adorable are these? They are massive. I'm gonna go ahead and drop them on the floor and I'll pick them back up, but I also wanna use some of these peppermint candy lollipops. And so because I added this large item right here, so now I wanna go over to this side and I'm going to introduce this candy cane and I'm gonna try and go as far down as I can. So now to attach him, I'm gonna use some of my pre-cut wire that I have right here and I'm going to just poke because it's made out of styrofoam. So I'm gonna poke through it like this and then I'm going to fold back and attach into one of the bristles as well and just swirl it a little back and he's not going anywhere. So now I'm gonna grab the second one and I kind of want to stagger them together as well, and this is what's gonna give me the tallest height, but I think I'm gonna do a little down. You kind of have to let your art dictate depending on where you're going to put your Christmas tree. That's where you want to make sure that you attach. So I'm gonna go ahead and put right here, and as you guys can see, they also stagger down, and it's very important if you want to have balance on your Christmas tree that you stagger it. And so now that I poked right there, what I'm going to do is just attach to one of my bristles over here, and she ain't going nowhere. Look how cute that is. So we now have this really super cute candy canes and some beautiful packages on this side. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm gonna grab some of these lollipops and I'm going to add, let's see, where do I want them? I think I'm gonna go to the other side to kind of counterbalance the candy cane. So I'm gonna do is I'm gonna gently lay them there, and I have 3 of them. I'm gonna disappear for a second, and I'm gonna go ahead and put them right here once again, just making sure that you open some of the branches and you see all of the candy canes. And oh, let's get rid of this tag. All right, so let's put it right here. And how cute is that? See how it's filling in the Christmas tree? So we have some of the red right here. We have some of the green right there. So we have some of the green over on this side. So now it's time to bring some of the green to this side. And for that, I have this super cute plush Grinch hook. It looks like almost looks like a hanger for clothes. So what I'm going to do is to bring some of that Grinch 3-dimensional items. These have also a wire so that we can bend, but we'll do that at the end. What I'm going to do is I'm gonna find a place, and I want it to be probably right about here. So what you want to do is you want to insert this wire and you're going to pull as hard as possible like this. I'm gonna disappear for a second to attach. How fun is this, you guys? If you are enjoying this year's Christmas trees, be sure to leave me a comment down below, and I'm just gonna say you guys cannot miss what's next. We are just getting started. How fun and adorable is that? We might have to move him around. He cracks me up for a few times because we're gonna pack this with ornaments. So let me get all of those ornaments ready and I'll be right back with you. Keep watching. Are you guys enjoying this video? I want to take a second to invite you to come and join me on my Instagram for daily Insta stories, all of the behind the scenes you don't get to see here on YouTube. The links are down below, along with my Facebook and also my Etsy shop. All right, let's get back to the video. Okay, so the next item I'm going to add after I adjusted my little Grinch man coming out of the tree is going to be some of these large signs. This one says naughty is the new nice, and I cannot agree more. So what I want is to kind of make them catty corner like this. Everything needs to be almost cattywampus in this Christmas tree, because that's just like what the Grinch is. It's like I said earlier, kind of absurd, kind of fun, at the same time whimsical, but festive. So I'm gonna add that one right there. I have a few more that I purchased. I got the same one right here. So because I put this one right here, I'm gonna go over to this side. You might not be able to see it right now, but you'll be able to see it when I give you the close-up and the tour of this tree right here. So basically just grab a bristle and make sure that it stands on a branch like this one right here, and put that little string that comes with hanging out from your Christmas tree. And then I have a third one, but can I add a third one? Let's see. Sometimes you have to get away from your tree to kind of see if you do need a third one or not. You know what? Yes, I'm gonna put it down here by the little packages. I used to call them drums, but I just realized they're not drums. I was looking for drums, but I couldn't find drums. All right, so now I have this beautiful, it's actually really cute, this big tree. It looks kind of like a cookie, like a frosting cookie. And so I'm going to add this guy maybe right here in the middle. And I also want him to be kind of cattywampus. So basically what I'm going to do is open all my bristles and just make him right there. So see how these big ornaments are really filling in? And now what I'm going to do is I'm gonna add some real ornaments. And for this particular tree, I chose a Grinch green ornament, and this is an oversized 9-inch. I think it's a 9-inch. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna start adding some of these ornaments right here into my tree and just swirling that wire. I pre-wire all of this. So I'm gonna go up one and see how beautiful this just shows in my Christmas tree. So I'm gonna go ahead and just swirl that wire, make it stay right there. And I'm gonna add, let's see, some of these ones on the bottom over here. You want to distribute your ornaments equally throughout the Christmas tree. And for this particular tree, I just got 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, because they are oversized. So you wanna make sure that they show. So I wanna make sure that I have this color all throughout the wreath going on a pattern or a motion, so like a zigzag motion. And actually I'm gonna get my little stool, because don't leave me, I'll be right back. I'm gonna get my stool right here to go up there and add one all the way to the top. So I'm gonna add, sorry if I disappear, but I'll be back with you guys in just a second. So add one all the way to the top to add that green all the way. All right, so I'm gonna get rid of my stool now. This is a large tree, so I'm gonna disappear a few times, but the end result really is worth it. So I have one more, and I'm gonna add it over on this side, because remember, you have to put ornaments all throughout your tree when it's going to be seen. This tree would be against the wall, so I would not decorate the back of it, but if you are gonna see it all the way around it, I do recommend to go all the way. All right, so the next one that I have is this beautiful striped one. And what I'm going to do, remember that when you're adding ornaments like this, you have to kind of be close to the other one to make a cluster. So I'm gonna add one right here. I have a few more of these. And then this one right here, I'm gonna put over on this side, over with this one right here, in between my lollipops. Look how beautiful that is. And then I have this cute ornaments, and for this I do need my wire. So, oh, sorry if I can reach right there. So I'm gonna have my pre-cut wire, and I'm going to insert a wire right here. You guys know that I like to use the 22 gauge wire because it really just adds a lot of, it makes it so much easier to add. And I like these ornaments because it has all of the Grinch colors to me. The green, the lime green, and the red, the glitter. It just is perfect for this particular theme. So what I'm going to do, remember to keep them close to some other ornament to create a cluster. So I added one. So basically right here we have 3. I'm gonna add another one probably right here along with this one, and just bend your wire up. And a lot of you guys asked where this particular Christmas tree came from. This tree is from a local shop, but Hobby Lobby has something very similar. That was like the #1 question I got on the last video, where I showed you what kind of Christmas tree, what kind of ribbon, and how many lights per tree. So that was like the #1 question. And so I wanna let you know that this is from a local store here in San Diego, but you can get a similar one over at Hobby Lobby. All right, so I'm gonna add another one right here. Just basically fold your wire because it is a beautiful tree and it lends itself for this beautiful Grinch Christmas tree theme. Now I do want to tell you something. This could have been done on a green Christmas tree, but I like the way that all of this pops off of the white. I think it is more striking, and I really do love it more on a white than if I was to do it on a green. I think that if you do it on a green, because this particular theme has so much green in it, then you would get lost. All of your beautiful ornaments will get lost because of the green. So I really do recommend that if you do own a flocked Christmas tree, and if you're doing the Grinch, then this is perfect for this. All right, so this is my last one. Let's see, where do we need another one? I think I'm gonna add one right here. And you guys see how, like, because of the ornaments are so oversized, it really is filling in really quick. So as you guys can see, there is a lot going on right now, but that's what that theme is for. So the last ornament I'm going to add is some of these packages, and now these are pretty large. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically just lift up a branch and add it right there. You don't even need a wire because they're so large that if they're gonna fit in between branches. Let's see. I'm going to add another one probably right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look how it just stays, and they're made out of styrofoam, so it's not like if it falls off it would break. So basically just lift up some of your branches. Let's see, I want here. So I'm gonna go over to this side and I'm gonna add this package right here, right under my other package. All right, so now what it's next is going to be so much fun. We're gonna do all of the ribbons and I'll show you all of that, so keep watching. Okay, so these are going to be the ribbons that I chose for this beautiful Christmas tree. But before we lay them, I want to recap real quick. So first of all, we have our beautiful Christmas tree that is flocked, which I think that the greens and the reds really pop from it. The first thing I added was these big ornaments, and they are a trio of packages that I absolutely adore and I'm obsessed with. Then I added these big candy canes on one side and the lollipops or peppermints on the other one. I added this Grinch coming out of the tree. Then after that, I added the big, large Grinch green ornaments, and I added some other red ones. Remember to cluster them together so they look more intentional. After that, I added the big squares right here, these signs, and a few packages and the big Christmas tree. And now we're gonna add the ribbons, which is my favorite part. And you guys, I absolutely love this ribbon. We have used it before in our black and white theme. And what I'm going to do is, I think for this particular theme, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna do bows. And I wanna do bows. They are going to be different, so just watch. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dovetail this ribbon. It is so beautiful. It looks like a Santa's coat, and it has a beautiful hand to it. It's just absolutely gorgeous. This ribbon, and all the ribbons are from Shinoda Design Center, so if you like any of the ribbons, be sure to call them. So I'm going to do 2 bows like this, and then I'm gonna give myself, I wanna say probably about 3 feet tail. And then I'm gonna grab a wire. See how it has a long tail? I'm gonna grab a wire and I'm gonna wire this together. And what I'm going to do is I'm gonna look for a place where I can set my bow. So I'm gonna start up here on the top. And sorry if I disappear one more time. So just grab one of the bristles and attach your bow right there. It's super simple. All you have to do is grab that wire and attach like that, and look how fun that is. And so now I'm going to just do a loop, and I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna put this guy right here. Now I'm gonna dovetail my ribbon. Remember, you want them to really just pop out of the tree. How fun is that? So now what I'm going to do is I'm gonna grab this other lime green or Grinch green that I love, but I should have cut this before I started tacking. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna drop this one on the floor. Oh my gosh, how fun is this? It says, wish, 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 which is perfect for the Grinch theme. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna do a bow, 1, 2, we're going to do probably like a 2 bow. Oh, let's do it 3, why not? So it's big and floppy like this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut another tail. But this particular one, I'm not going to loop into the Christmas tree. And what you guys will see me do is, first I'm gonna tie it. And so I'm going to go ahead and come in where I looped this one right here. I'm gonna go in there. And I'm going to connect by attaching to a bristle right here. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to dovetail this tail. And it will look like there is 2 tails. The red one. Look at this, and a green one. How fun is that? All right, so let's do another one. Actually, you know what? I have another ribbon, but I'm gonna add this one at the end, and it'll just be a fun little accent. So I'm gonna do another one. So first, you're going to dovetail your ribbon, and we're going to do a bow. Remember, we're gonna do a 2-loop bow. And I just love coming out with different and new ideas on how to lay your ribbon into your Christmas tree, because it doesn't have to be, you know, your typical way of making a bow or like just looping the ribbon around the tree. Especially if you're doing a whimsical theme, you want it to be different and intentional and just fun. In this case, a little bit whimsical. Why not? So what we're going to do is we're gonna grab our wire. I'm gonna go over to this side now. And so I'm gonna start probably about right here, right under the tush of the elf right here, or the Grinch. You guys, thumbs up if you are enjoying this theme. I'm having so much fun just creating all these looks. And if you have not thumbs up that video and if you're enjoying it, go ahead and do it. Just show your love and support. And let me tell you, you do not want to miss what's coming up next here on the channel. It's going to be so much fun, and we have so many ideas on Christmas trees coming up, and then also lanterns and swags, and we're gonna do a home tour. I'm decorating this customer's house in Los Angeles, so we're gonna do it. I don't know if you guys have seen the tour, but we've already done her house once, so we're gonna do it again, and we're gonna have so much fun. So as you guys can see, there is a tail right there. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm gonna go down, and it's just fun, you know, if you drop all of your ribbons on the floor. That's how I work, because it's faster. When you have to decorate so many Christmas trees in a season, then you just find a way to do things a lot faster. All right, so with this one, we're going to do 2-loop bow. Isn't this ribbon just magical, you guys? It's perfect for the Grinch theme. And this one is also from Shinoda Design Center. They really do have the best selection of ribbons. You cannot find this kind of ribbon anywhere else. I'm sure there's probably local places where you live, but you cannot find this in your like local big craft store. So you have to have a specialty store like them to find them. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to attach that into the joint where our ribbon went. All right, so like that. Look how fun that is. But don't forget to dovetail. You guys have called me out on my dovetails before, because I preach dovetails, and sometimes since I'm working so fast, I forget. But look at that. How fun is that, you guys? So now we're gonna do a big one right here, because it's our center. So that's going to be the biggest and baddest yet. So basically what we're going to do is we're gonna grab our ribbon, and I have got to go back to Shinoda and get me a few more spools of this. By the way, have you guys visited my Etsy store? I have a selection of beautiful Christmas wreaths that are up for grabs, specially made with you in mind, because I really wanted. So many of you have asked me if I sell the things that I make, and up until this point I never had before. So if you are interested in a one-of-a-kind made by yours truly Christmas wreath, and there's some other supplies there as well, go ahead and visit my shop. I'm gonna put the name right here, how you can find it, and so you guys can own an authentic, made by me, beautiful Christmas wreath this season. All right, so I have one more, and as you guys can see, this tail is way longer than the other ones. And also I gave a 3-loop bow. When you have it in the front, you want to make it bigger, because that's like your money maker, what we call in the industry. That's your focal point. And so you want to make sure that you have a more beautiful, I keep on getting tagged on my microphone, so I'm sure you're like, more beautiful side of the tree. So we're gonna go in here right under the package. And that is another tip that I can give you, is like when you have a package like that is flying on the air, whether it's a pick or an ornament or a bow, you want to make sure that there is something under it to support the idea that this package is being supported by this beautiful one-of-a-kind bow. How magical is this, you guys? How beautiful is that? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my tail, and I'm going to do a big, big, big swoop. I want it to be large and in charge, like that. And just grabbing one of your bristles, just go ahead and attach it like that. You want it to be floppy. It's more intentional when it looks floppy like that. And then this particular bow, I'm just gonna go like, I'm gonna go like this. You wanna give it some air, and then you wanna lay that down like that. But first I'm going to dovetail it, because it looks pretty flat. Have you guys noticed how bad they look when they're flat? If you do not dovetail your ribbons, and if I come to your house, most likely I'm gonna ask you for a pair of scissors, because you know I like my dovetails. and my ribbons finished. All right, so one more, you guys. Let's do one more. Aren't you guys having fun? This is so much fun coming up with these different ideas to inspire you, hopefully to entertain you, and to encourage you to have the most beautiful Christmas you've ever had, because you only live once, so why not just have a gorgeous Christmas? All right, so this one, I'm gonna do a 3-loop bow as well. As I told you earlier, the Grinch theme has been something that has been on my mind for 3 years now, you guys. I've been collecting some of these ornaments for so long, and I just, this year I had to do it. And it's so funny because this is a year that I have to do it. And I went to Hobby Lobby the other day and they have all of this Grinch stuff. And I was like, oh my gosh, how perfect. And the catalyst for me doing it, it's the last item we're going to add because it was just perfect for this thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and go into the joint and I'm gonna attach right here. And look how fun this is. So now with this one, what I'm going to do, so I'm gonna give it another loop. And I'm gonna go right here where this one is, pinch them together like this, and just lay, and now I'm gonna grab my scissors one more time. I need me like a little tool belt. If you guys know of a little tool belt I can buy that is not ridiculous looking, be sure to leave it in the comments below where I can find it, because I do need one. Look how beautiful that is, you guys. Bow, bow, tails, tails. And now I have one right here, one right here. We're gonna do one at the top, but I'll do that off camera. But I do feel like we need to finish all the way around. So we're gonna do a big one right here, and it's gonna be our last one. So I'm gonna finish that, and I'll be right back with you. Keep watching. All right, you guys, so the last item I'm going to add before we add the big moment to this Christmas tree is going to be some of these really cute ornaments that I found at Hobby Lobby, and they're super affordable. They're only about $2 or $3 each. This one says Grinch, so I'm gonna put them on a place where you can see it. They're super lightweight, and I like the fact that they add so much volume and character to my Christmas tree. And then I'm going to add maybe one, let's see, one right here on the foot of my elf, so he pushes it down. Then I'm gonna add this one over here to this ball, and just making sure that like they're tilted kind of askew. You want them to be like weird looking with a lot of character. Then I have some of these packages that are flat, and I like them because they have some polka dots, and even the ribbons have some polka dots. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna find places where I just need ornaments to fill in the spots, and I have some flat ones and some three-dimensional ones. Let's see, let's add one right here on the bottom. You probably won't even see it until I show you the close-up, but that way there's ornaments hanging all the way on the bottom. One right here. I want to add, let's see, I want to add one probably over on the foot of this little elf right here. And that's what these picks are for, you guys, so you can extend the shape and you can use the picks to hang from and to give it that air that you need, that dimension that you need. Let's see, where do I need another one? I think we're good with these ones. So now for the big moment, I am going to attach our Grinch. And for this, what I've done is I got some bolt wire that I already pre-cut, and I got it on his neck. And what you need to do is make sure that it's open, because we're going to attach all the way into the center of our tree. So I just went ahead and cut some strings of this wire, and I put some right here and some on his waist, because I want him to be tilted like this, so it has to be able to support the weight of the Grinch. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for the spot where I want him. And I think I want him probably right about here. And so I'm going to take all of the things that I had on the place, and I'm going to make sure that I push my bows over to the side. We'll fluff after we're done. But right now he is going to be inserted right here. I'm going to open my branch, and I want to make sure that I put it on a branch where there's weight to the branch, so that way it holds the weight of our Christmas tree. And so I'm going to disappear because I'm gonna have to go all the way to the back of the tree to put my hand in here and grab this wire. And don't worry if you kind of flatten your ribbons and all of your things, because you can always fluff them, you can always remove ornaments and replace them. But right now the important thing is that we attach this guy to the core. So I'm gonna go to the back so that I can see. Thumbs up if you are enjoying this video, and if you are doing the Grinch theme, I cannot wait to read your comments. So leave a comment down below and let me know what was your favorite part of this particular Christmas tree. So once you have it onto the core of the tree, just go ahead and swirl that wire a few times. And we're gonna come here and give it a tilt like this to make sure that we see them. And then now what I'm gonna do is do the waist. I'm gonna pull that wire in, and then I'm going to swirl that wire into some of the branches of the tree to make sure that he's not going anywhere. So once we did that, what you wanna do is you wanna go ahead and fluff again your bows. And I'm gonna put the pick that I took off, I'm gonna give it another cute little fluff. And I'm gonna put him right here. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm gonna give this tree a fluff, and I'll give you a close-up of the end result. Keep watching. So what do you think? I love the way this turned out, you guys. It's so whimsical and I absolutely love it. Sometimes it's worth collecting for a few years so you can come up with a beautiful design like this. Every year, just buy a little bit at a time, and then someday you'll be able to put a beautiful Christmas tree together. Remember, some of these items are from Hobby Lobby and Shinoda Design Center, so they're out for grabs right now, so run and get them. I really hope you enjoyed this as much as I did, and I cannot wait to read your comments, so leave me a comment down below and let me know, what do you think? What was your favorite part? And then also, don't forget to thumbs up this video if you enjoyed it, because that really helps the channel. All right, you guys, well, that's all I have for today. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing, and you can watch more videos right now. Until next time, bye.